April favourites. I gave myself a day today, 5 hours between the school runs to prepare, film and edit 4 or 5 different videos, and I haven't done any of them. This is my first one. I've got 10 minutes until I have to go out on the school run. And that's because I started cleaning out and sorting some cupboards. And you must never start doing that if you have stuff to do, because it will take the whole day. And now my shoot room is just everywhere. Every surface is covered in beauty stuff. And all of the things that I have on my face actually are products that I haven't used in years and that I've suddenly just rediscovered this morning. And they're all really good. So I think that warrants a whole other video. But that's what I've been doing. And I haven't even prepped this video, sorry. It's just 5 off the cuff favourite things. I had sort of prepped it in that over the course of the month I wrote, I've got an itchy nose, a list. But I haven't prepped what I'm going to say. The first thing, I've been wearing this loads, and I'll say horrified, but not horrified because it's amazing, shocked to discover that my little 15ml sample of this perfume, it's the Le Labo Santal 33, is in fact £58. I got this free in a gift with purchasey type thing. I think it was a Liberty one a while back. And I was like, oh yeah, lovely. Or it might have been in one of their Christmas, you know when they do the Christmas calendars. I was like, oh yeah, lovely little perfume. Keep it in my handbag. £58! So I'm using it quite sparingly. It's quite strong. It lasts for ages because I don't really particularly want to have to buy a proper bottle of this for hundreds of pounds. But I will when this runs out because it is beautiful. I have to say that since having my kids, my preferences for fragrance have completely changed. It's very, very odd, or maybe it's not odd, maybe it's a common thing that happens, but a lot of the ones that I used to like, I really don't like anymore. There are a couple of diptyque ones. I should do a perfume video, really. A couple of diptyque ones. One that I've always loved and one that's quite new in my loves. But this is, it's woody, it's sexy, it's spicy, it's just gorgeous. Every single note in it, to me, there's nothing particularly sort of feminine-y, frilly, florally at all about this. But at the same time, I would say it's totally unisex. I mean, who am I to say who should wear what perfume anyway? Or who is anybody to say? Disclaimer alert. But I would say that there's nothing particularly pretty. It's not a pretty fragrance. It's sexy and layered and just all kinds of beautiful. So if you get a chance to try this anywhere, then do. That is, you know, when you don't, because you don't probably do favourites videos, but as the month goes on, I have my little list in my iPhone of things I've loved, and this has stayed at the top, along with this. Sorry, got 3 relatively expensive beauty things for you today. I should have tried to mix up a bit, but these genuinely are my favourite things that I've thought, this is stunning. The Murad Intense Recovery Cream. If you've got any kind of irritation, itchiness, extreme dryness, if you've overdone it with your acids, if you've overdone it with your retinols, if you've maybe got a little bit sunburnt, anything, skin's feeling sore, or it just is really, just needs a rescue. This is gorgeous. The texture of it and the colour, it's very much, it feels almost medicinal, like something that you would have applied in accident and emergency level of medicinal. It doesn't smell bad or medicinal. It's just got that sort of texture, like an ointment, buttery sort of, like something you would put on a burn maybe, but obviously, disclaimer alert, not, why am I saying that twice? It's so irritating. I've started irritating myself even this month. I think it must be a post-lockdown thing. I've just spent too much time with myself. But you know what I mean? It's very heavy duty and it is amazing. It fixes your skin overnight. If it's feeling a bit sore and you've just piled on a load of stuff that you shouldn't have done, this is the instant fix. Highly recommend. It's not cheap, but then it does the trick. And I can't get the lid back on. So it looks like that. Intense Recovery Cream, okay? Next thing is a beauty thing. It is not quite as pricey as the Murad, but you know, you could, it's not exactly high street price, but I think the Roche-Posay are always brilliant. But it's the Aquagel SPF 30. So I must have banged on in so many videos about the Elizabeth Arden Grade 8 SPF 35, my favourite SPF of all time facial sunscreen. And I've been looking, because they've discontinued it, for a replacement. This is really, really high up on the list of ones that I've tried. It's not as creamy, it's not a cream gel in the same way that the Elizabeth Arden is. It's got a slightly tackier finish maybe than the Elizabeth Arden, but it's good. It's on its way there. I'm trying to find dupes, so if you know of any light cream gel textures, or if you've tried the Elizabeth Arden and you also know of one that is similar, then let me know in the comments. But this has that lovely lightweight texture. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, but at the same time it's incredibly hydrating. Highly recommend. And now we're going to go downstairs for my two final things. Let's go, shall we? Hold on a second. Come on, Dexter. Dog needs a walk. There's so much stuff that needs doing. Hold on a sec. 20 minutes till I have to set off. Apologies. I've got more time than I thought. Maybe I'll do my skincare video as well at the same time. Fourth favourite thing of the month is a cookbook. Table Manners by Jessie Ware and her mum, Lenny Ware. And I haven't listened to the podcast, but apparently they've got this amazing podcast where they interview guests and they cook for them. And so they sort of discuss the meal, I think, and interview the guest at the same time. And so these, I think a lot of these are the recipes that they've cooked for guests. But it's just really lovely, and the recipes are very, very good. I've cooked 2 already and they really work. You know, some recipe books you get and you're just like, that, you know that recipe's never going to work. It's like nobody's even tried the bloody thing. Well, they obviously have tried, and there's loads of family recipes that have been passed down, and I just thought it was really nice. They also do, on most of the recipes, one or both of them at the top writes a little blurb about what the recipe means to them and sort of maybe a little extra tip or trick or something like that. And I really like that because I like reading recipe books. I especially like reading them when I'm eating for some reason. And so when it's got a little bit more going on for me to read, I enjoy it all the more, I suppose. So yeah, I've done 2 recipes already, and oh, the desserts look amazing. And it's all just doable, you know, I think. But impressive. Doable but impressive. A bit like me. Take that bit out. My 5th thing, and I know this video is a bit of a flying visit. I got this from my daughter, and I cry really easily, so imagine what this did to me. So we went to pick up my son from nursery, and there was quite a long car journey in between because he's still at nursery sometimes where we used to live. So she was in a really bad mood because we couldn't go to the park, and she had this in her hand and she clutched it the whole way there and she wouldn't speak to me. And every time I said, "What's the matter?" she was like, "Nothing, nothing." She was just so annoyed that we didn't go to the park, but she was holding this box. And I'd heard her a couple of days before talking about this box and how it had taken her all this time to make it, and it was really tricky and it was really special. And I said, "Oh, who's it for?" And she said, "It's for you, Mummy." Anyway, went and got my son, he got in the car, and she gave me the box and she said, "There's a poem," and I went to open it. She was like, no, you can't open it. And there was a little saying that went with it. Saying? I don't know, like a poem? Piece of writing. Oh my God. You got to try and guess at what point I started welling up. And then I couldn't finish it because I was bloody choked by my own emotion. That's the thing. Dexter, don't start barking and ruining my rendition. Come here, please. Come here. Sit down. I won't have this spoiled. Sit. To Mummy. This is a very special gift that you can never see. The reason that it's special is it's just for you from me. Whenever you are lonely or when you're feeling blue, you only have to hold this gift and know I think of you. Oh. Let's guess at what point I started to well up in the car. This is how easily I cry, okay? You never can unwrap it. Please leave the ribbon tied. It's string, but I'll let that go. Just hold this box close to your heart. It's filled with love inside. Oh, I tell you what, it's not my favourite thing of the month or even year. It's one of the most favourite things I've ever received in my life. I don't know why, because obviously the teacher they all came out with them and the teacher had told them to do it, but still. Does it not freak you out if you've got a dog, when you're on your own and your dog looks at things that aren't there? Does it start, it completely freaks me out. Can you stop doing it, please? Just sit down. Dexter, do you want to be on camera? Come here. Come here. Come here. Dexter never gets to go on camera. Say hello. He looks massive. It's that's just the angle, isn't it, Dexter? What's the matter? What are you barking at? Hey? Yeah, okay. Those are my 5 favourites, good boy. And I will be back with my seasonal skincare videos, skincare routine for spring. Bless you. And I shall see you next time.